That was a mistake I made, and I stood there, and then I thought, maybe she got a little bit confused. Maybe she stopped up at the market and didn't turn the bend. I'll just head down. I'll leave my luggage here. It's too heavy to lug, and I'll break out in the jog. Now I'm getting that thing going where it's the worst feeling in the world, where you're sweating underneath your many layers. Part of it is generated heat because you're layered. The other part is just flop sweat. Oh, Christ. Clock ticking now. A little pant going, a little disoriented. I jog down. I see nothing. I'm worried about my luggage sitting out on the sidewalk in front of someone's house just all alone, but there are no cars coming. I don't see anything coming. I don't see any headlights. I stand around by the corner. I don't see anything. Now I think, oh, maybe she went up past me. Maybe I went to the next corner. I'm trying again. It's like they got that flop sweat going underneath the layers of long sleeve shirts and overcoat and everything.
Dewey bum. That's
Dewey
the worst.
bum.
Swap ass. Yeah, it's no good.
Great lineman name, but a horrible thing to happen. You Dewey bum.
If Dewey bum met Amish milkman, it wouldn't be pretty.
Worst gay porn ever.
So we run up to the next corner. Nothing. Now I'm checking my watch. It's 5:45, 5:50. The plane's leaving at 7:05, and it's the kind of thing where, because of the time difference, I got to get to Florida. We got a 2-hour drive from the airport to the college, so on and so forth. We're behind 3 hours here. If I don't make this flight, we're screwed. I know Drew. He's already at the airport waiting for me. So I run, and I realize at a certain point, I got to cut bait. This bitch is not showing up. Now I have my 200 pounds worth of luggage, my Dewey bum and my flop sweat, my overcoat, but I got to hoist it up like a Sherpa up 700 stairs just to get back up to my house. And now it's that flop sweat meets adrenaline meets layers, just lugging the thing, cursing her name, angry at Drew. I make it up to the top, and now the Mission Impossible theme is going off in my head because it's essentially 6 a.m., sun's starting to come up, birds starting to chirp, still rain coming down. I got to get to this airport.
You have an hour.
I have essentially an hour to get to the airport. I throw the luggage in the back of the car, and I just haul ass at that point. I don't know where I'm going to park the car. I'm going to be gone for a week. It doesn't matter. I'll drop it off in a place that says $500 a day. If it's 20 feet closer to the terminal, I'm going for it at this point. I'm hauling ass, weaving through traffic all the way there, angry at her, angry at my parents. I always weave them in. Angry at Dr. Drew, angry at the world. I get to the airport, pull into like the Wally Park, throw the keys at some guy of some crazy nationality, dive in the back of his bus, tell him there'll be no laps picking up stragglers. I need to go. I start screaming at him. Maybe I pull some money out and grease his wheels a little bit. Flying to the terminal. I'm going through that terminal like OJ at this point again, just sweating profusely, if not stop sweating. Finally, make it through security. Security again wasn't as big a deal 8-9 years ago. Pull up to the terminal. I think it was Delta, and there's Dr. Drew. He's standing in front of the airplane. I can see the airplane through the window. The gate is still attached to it, the whole 9 yards. I have a first-class ticket, as memory serves, and it's 6:53, but the plane is not left. I've made it. As a matter of fact, there's Dr. Drew. So I'm winded. Get on the plane, Drew. I got off the plane. I was on the plane. I got off the plane because you weren't on the plane. And what am I going to do over there without you? I said, okay, fine. Let's argue about it on the plane. Oh, no, you'll not be getting on the plane. Why not? The gate's still attached. The skyway's still on the plane. The door was shut. We'll open it. We'll get on the plane. Sir, that's not the way it works. The thing's still attached to the plane. I would have been on the plane by now. If we'd not had this argument, just open the door, let us on the plane. No, that's not the way it works. Then Drew realizes that his $2,000 camel hair long duster jacket that his wife just bought him, his wife that pee-whips him on a regular basis, is up in the overhead storage of the plane. He got off the plane and left that behind. He's now scared and angry, and he's angry with me. And that $2,000 camel hair coat is going to destinations unknown. He'll not be with it. There's a fat chance he'll ever recover it. He's thinking about the conversation he's going to have with his shrew of a wife when he gets home. I'm yelling at the Delta representative. We're now going on minute number 10 of this argument. The gate is still attached to the goddamn plane. Just let us walk on to the plane. The door's been closed. Meanwhile, I've seen people come and go through the gate. Now, they weren't guys wearing Bermuda shirts and Bermuda shorts and Hawaiian shirts. They were Delta people, but clearly people were walking on and off of the plane. We could have been on by now. Now, sir, I have a ticket. There's an empty seat on that plane. I saw a couple of guys walk in and out 3 or 4 times. We had this argument. We're going on minute number 14 of this argument. The plane's still there. No way. And then I said to the thing to the guy that, I said this to the guy, which got him confused. It got Drew confused. I was the only one who had clarity on it. I said, look, I'm not getting anywhere with you. I could have been on this plane 5. I could have gone on and off at 5 different times by now, but you wouldn't let me on because of some technicality. You're not helping at all. You know the guy I want to talk to? I want the guy from the commercial. What? The commercial, the helpful guy. You know the guy who chases folks down because they left their briefcase over here, or the yes ma'am or yes sir, where we aim to please? Where's that guy? Where's the guy from the Delta commercial? Go get him. Now, Drew had now realized he was about to dart me at that point. He keeps a syringe in his sock for these emergencies. He realized the ace man had come unglued at that point when I started screaming for the fictional guy from the commercial. But I want to talk to the super helpful guy who does nothing but help people solve problems from the commercial. I've seen him before. The guy has no idea what I'm talking about. He's screaming at me, calm down. I've been staring at the pilot through the glass for the last 20 minutes, but he won't let us on the plane. Still, Jetway's still attached to the airplane, so we just have to sit there. Now, Drew's fuming mad at me because his $2,000 camel hair jacket is on the plane and he's off. I'm pissed. I'm pissed at Drew because if he just picked me up like a human being, like a buddy would do, we wouldn't have had to go through this. I'm blaming it on the chick who didn't pick me up. He's yelling it's my fault. Now we're off the thing. There's 9,000 people in Florida that are going to be waiting for us. We somehow got on the following flight, which was only about an hour later, and through driving 90 miles an hour through Florida, we're able to make it to the basketball arena where we were triumphant.
You put Dr. Drew on your shoulders, and then you dressed, and he put a fake mustache on. He's like, I'm the co-pilot.
That's right. I'm 9 foot tall co-pilot.
Did you ever hear from the girl who promised to pick you up?
Never did. And got back on the air Sunday night and went into a vitriolic, a venom-filled tirade that lasted the first hour of the radio show. No phone calls were taken that evening. She never showed her face. She was never woman enough to buck up and take her medicine. And to this day, I have no idea if she's alive, if she's living in the Los Angeles area, whatever happened to that woman, and why she was responsible for the worst day of my life.
Is there any chance that it was Dr. Drew's wife?
It very well could have been, trying to teach me a lesson. Wait in a car. Sleep over. It was like, 33 at the time. I'm going to go sleep on a sofa with his kids and his dog.
Maybe read you a bedtime story.
Oh, it was so painful. Well, I feel like I've just relived it. Now I need to come down. By the way, when we did Loveline, listeners would send in baked goods and we would eat them. They'd send in cookies wrapped in foil with a little scotch tape around it to hold it together. We'd break right into it. We relied heavily upon the listeners and obviously trust them one too many times.
That
and
was the last
burned
time.
because of it. All right. I got a note here that says they have a story, but I'm guessing that's Brusca's writing, or is that you? Oh, it's you. What do you got, Bri?
I was going to say, this is actually before I worked for Loveline, but I remember this very, very well. I was a listener before I worked there, and a young Brian Bishop called up to offer you a ride. But I was told by the screener that they already had a girl.
God damn!
He would have showed up on time.
Oh, of course he would have.
I was barely employed at that time.
He would have had a breakfast burrito for you.
You see, I had my no sausage policy.
Well.
I thought, I don't want some dude overpowering me and rolling me by the side of the road on the way to the airport. I want a nice, docile, good-looking chick who can drive me to the airport, but I never counted on
You could have had
Brian.
a docile, good-looking guy.
That's kind of adorable, though, Brian, that you would offer
You did
that.
call in, though.
I did, and I talked to a girl screener. I don't think it was Tara. It was one of the old screeners, and what happened was, they're like, oh, we already got a girl who said she wants to do it.
Wow. All right. Well, could have dodged that bullet, but it made for a good story.
Yes.
We need to take ourselves a break. Billy West. Oh, Billy West has a story about a trip to the hospital he took.
Ooh.
Ren and Stimpy and just about every voice you hear on TV, as well as all the great ones you remember